I ain't gonna let everybody down from there. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please be welcome to this Tuesday evening meeting, October 15, 2024. As the mayor of the city of Canton, I hereby call this meeting to order and hereby request Alderman Tim Taylor to give us an invitation.
If I get stand, with all eyes closed and all heads bowed, Lord, we come again and thank you for a wonderful opportunity thus far. Thank you for the past, thank you for the present, and thank you for what we're going to go forth with. Nothing but joy, not just happiness, because happiness is due to what's happening right now. We're looking for the experience of joy as we go forward. And keep us in mind that we're not here just to make a dollar. We're here to absolutely make a difference. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Alderman Marquis Blunt.
President.
Alderman Rodriguez Brown. Alderman Fred Esco Jr.
Present.
Alderwoman Mon Gilkey.
Present.
Alderman Les Penn. Alderman Tim Taylor.
Present.
Alderman Lafayette Wells.
Present.
With the roll call being satisfied, the mayor hereby calls for adoption of the agenda.
Mayor, before we adopt the agenda, I have a couple of items I'd like to add.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to add the Canton School District as a presenter, and we need to add an item to include 5K breast cancer walk October 26th, starting at 8 o'clock a.m. South of the Mission Baptist Church.
You have heard the motion that we add to the agenda. The Canton Public School District as well as the 5K breast cancer walk. And Alderman.
Mayor, I'm gonna also ask that we would add one more item to the agenda.
Yes, ma'am.
When we talk about the grass being cut at some of the places where grass is extremely high on some of these properties. Yes. And I know Mr. Davis said he would be willing to cut it, but we need to spread across our minutes what we plan to do about it.
So we have three additions. One is the Canton Public School District to be added to the agenda, the 5K breast cancer walk and high grass at places, a lot of private property that needs to be cut. I do have a motion.
May I motion that we add those items to the agenda today?
Second.
All in favor?
Give it
Well,
Let's go out.
Line item.
Tim Taylor.
What is your vote? The motion was
I already know what you're voting on.
the motion was to add three items to the agenda.
What was the item?
Sir.
What was the item?
One, Canton Public School District to be added to the agenda. Two was the 5K breast cancer walk. And the three was discussion of the high grass at and on private property in the city of Canton and the response to it.
I'm for all that.
Motion carried. I will add those as 7A, 7B, and 7C.
Seven. 7 or 8.
7 what? 7A, 7B.
Well, yeah, one. Canton Public Schools.
So that's right down to 8 then. How about that? 8A, 8B, and 8C. I'm sorry.
The presenters on the 5. I'm the number 5. Number 5C. Canton Public Schools would be 5C.
Oh, 5C.
Right. And the other two items you add.
The other items can be added, right? The other items can be A and 8B, is that okay?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Scott Howard, are you here? Hey, lady, how are you? He's on his way.
He's on the phone.
So the motion, Mayor, was to add those to the agenda, now we need to adopt the agenda.
That's right.
Oh. We added to the agenda, didn't we?
Right.
Yeah, but now we need to adopt it.
Oh, yeah, you're correct.
Right.
The motion here was to, Mayor, hereby calls for adoption of the agenda.
This whole item included. All right. I'd like to make the motion.
I'll second motion.
All in favor?
Gary, aye.
Wells on.
That's right.
Tim Taylor.
Motion carried.
You get B.
Motion carried. Of the presenters, the first one is Mr. Scott Hodges, he is on his way.
He's on. Yeah.
Mr. Hodges, the floor is yours.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
are you ready for me?
Yes, sir, we're ready for you.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, we are currently working on the audit, as you know, and a couple months ago, we finally received the transaction list for the year, the updated bank account reconciliations, and so now we're working with that information to come up with additional items that we'll need to request for audit purposes. So that's the process we're in at the moment, and I'm expecting by the end of this week, we can send an updated list of items that we'll need for testing, so we can move forward.
And if you have any comments or questions of Mr. Scott Hodges? Mr. Scott Hodges,
I do have a comment, but I'll yield to Mr. Wells.
Okay.
Alderman Wells.
Mr. Hodges, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, good.
What do you anticipate, the estimated time for completion of this audit?
We don't have an estimate at this time because we're still in the process of gathering information. We've got to select items to test, and then we've got to wait for those items to be returned to us. So it's mostly dependent on how quickly we get the information requested. There's still a couple items on our original list from months ago that haven't been provided yet.
Okay.
And so we will need that information too, in addition to what we request later on this week.
So,
Hopefully we can get this done in the next 3 months, but I'm not, I can't commit to any timeline without knowing how quickly information is going to be provided. Based on our experience so far, we've been working on this over a year, and it's just in the last couple months that we've gotten updated information that we needed. So most of our time has been waiting on the city to update its records and reconcile its bank accounts.
Well, let me mention a point about the city. First of all, the timeline, as it relates to the resolution and the acquisition and the return of information to you, is too long.
Yeah.
And those of us who are members of the governing authority are unaware of the timeline that is taken. So the interrogative posed is, what is the remedy here? The proposed remedy.
The remedy to what, speed the process?
One, to facilitate the process. Because apparently, someone is stuck in the road, and you have a situation here between two parties. One is the CPA, the other one is the city. What we're trying to do is ask the question, what is the problem here? So if the problem is that you requested information and you're not getting information, then we need to know from whom are you requesting information?
Right, we have requested, most of the information we've requested has been from Carolyn Dupree.
From Carolyn Dupree.
she was the contract worker hired to reconcile bank statements and update the accounting records because they were incomplete.
Okay.
She has done that and given us that information. So now we're working with that updated information to select transactions for testing and to see what items we need more information on.
Well, let me share this with you. First of all, I understand how meticulous this work is. And I can also understand how slow that it can be. We're in an adverse position in which we really cannot afford a length of time now as it relates to these audits. So we have a lot of energy in trying to ascertain how we can resolve this solution of slowness and get the kind of information that you need to you. Because the question is it an issue of sending a copy to the municipal clerk that can help obtain the information? But whatever, the system apparently that we've been utilizing all of this time is not designed to hurriedly fill in the blanks as it relates to what we're doing. So we're going to have to try to work together and try to find a better system. And I think that what you're doing is requesting information. You're not getting the information. We're unaware that you're not getting the information. So the question is, what is the alternative? I think one alternative might be sending a copy of the request to our municipal clerk.
And that we've been doing. We've been sending requests through multiple parties that the city provided for us to send those requests to, so that multiple people would be aware of those requests.
Well, apparently the system is still not working with the system that you're utilizing. I'm not saying it's your fault or our fault, but if you're submitting these requests to a multitude of individuals and you're not receiving the kind of data, then there's really a problem somewhere. And so collectively, we need to identify what is the problem as it relates to you not being the recipient of receiving information. Because when you don't receive information, there's a prolonged delay process. And that delay process could be a year or a year and a half or longer. And as it relates to 2019, the delay process was at least a year in doing 1 year. And I understand all of the difficulties and all of the correspondence and your firm not getting the proper information. We just need to figure out how we can collectively resolve this. So effective today, if you could submit a copy of everything that you need to go forward and send it to our municipal clerk, then she can share with us everything that you need, and we can try to collectively respond. I think we just, one, we need to stay in contact with you more, and two, effective today, the mayor and the board will now know what's been requested. And so we would try to help resolve these issues, because as it stands now, the timeliness has a detrimental impact on us as it relates to the acquisition of federal funds and state funds. That's the problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think as far as I'm concerned, we will request that this data probably needs to be sent or requested from our municipal clerk. And she can handle it from there.
Okay. She has been on the list that we were sending it to, and we will continue to include her.
Okay,
And as I said, we will update that list and have an updated list later this week.
okay, then, and just if you're gonna update the list, and if it's not too much of a hardship, if you could send a copy to the Mayor and Board of Aldermen, that would help, because we can all collectively execute some input.
So you want me to send it to you and each individual alderman as well as the
Yes,
municipal clerk?
yes.
Okay. And the email addresses that are on the website, on the city's website?
She will submit to you all of the proper addresses, all of the proper email addresses. She will do that today.
Okay.
All right, man.
Excellent.
Thanks. Just a minute, one of the aldermen has a question, Alderman Lafayette Wells.
So, Mr. Hodges, what percent, has been done on this audit already, you think?
What percent?
Of what?
I would say we're maybe a third of the way.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir.
7%
Okay.
Do I have any questions of Mr. Hodges?
I do.
Alderman Taylor has a question.
And I don't have a question, I have a statement.
Statement.
Mr. Hodges, it's good to hear from you. But as we go forth in the future, I hope that your presence will be more visible at City Hall. In order to have a relationship, whether it's a professional relationship or an intimate relationship, two parties need to see each other every now and then. If that's no more than 2 times a year, once every quarter, for the 4 quarters in the year, it would be good to allow us to put our eyes on you, and in support of putting our eyes on you, you come with the necessary documentation that we need. Now, I'm a little bit disturbed, and it's not just with you, it's with other entities in the city that we appoint board members to their boards and we never see them. And the same thing with you, you're handling the fiduciary respect of the city, and every now and then we need to have you here so you can point out what you have on documentation instead of the verbiage that you give to us over the telephone. Like I said, you're not the only one. We got Canton Public Schools here today. That won't be the subject matter, but it is a subject matter with me, because when things go on, we have to hear it in the streets, in the newspaper, on Facebook. And that's not fair to what we call ourselves and what the state laws call us, the governing authority. And we put people on these boards and we get no information. Nobody respects us enough to even come to us. And I hear people in the city of Canton talk all the time about Madison. But if you go to Madison, they got their directors, they got their board superintendents, they got all these people in every other meeting. And I don't know what's the discourse that we're going to have to take to make sure that we implement the same thing. I'm not a bully on the pit, on the pulpit, but I'm saying communication is the key to get ahead in anything that you need to do. And right now, that communication, I've been here 5 years. I know once upon a time, there was some type of population coming in, but for some reason, all of that has dissipated. And, you can't get information when you request it. I just remember not a few weeks ago, we were about to raise this millage. I called Canton Public Schools. I requested it. Didn't get the decency of a telephone call return. I think that's very disrespectful. I'm not talking to you, but I'm saying you come alive in this nutshell that we're trying to deal with. So your presence will help with documented support that will support us as we go forward. And I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
I certainly understand. I was notified of this meeting at 3 o'clock today.
Oh, okay.
And I was requested to call in. I was not requested to be there in person, but I have been to a meeting. I think I've been to 3 meetings so far this year.
You have.
Every time that I've been requested to come to a meeting, I come to a meeting. And
Okay.
I'm always available to do that.
Okay.
So I certainly don't mean to give you any less respect than anybody else.
Okay. Well, just excuse my rhetoric. Yeah, it's rhetoric based because you have been here, and but what I'm saying is we're trying to get monies to flow into the city, and there's a holdup somewhere. And we've got to either work with progress on that holdup or eliminate what we're doing at this particular point. And that term is, we may have to go through some type of attrition, not with you, but, other things that are going on in the city we know nothing about until we get the street committee or Facebook, and that is unfair to us. So you just
I'm not sure where Facebook fits in with me, but.
okay, great,
I do
yeah.
understand, I'm not a fan of Facebook at all.
Okay, all right.
I'm right there with you.
But, I was up last night taking notes as to how I would address the first person that comes up, and I think you got the hit, so. You got the hit, but as one of the governing authority members, and also very visible in the community, we get asked these questions all the time, why you all don't know nothing? And, it's kind of frightening and upsetting, all the stuff that's, again, I'm eliminating you from the Facebook conversation, but all the stuff on Facebook, and, when anything goes down in the city, they look at the 7 of us plus the mayor. And we have no idea what's going on. And when you getting paid a salary, the last thing I want to do is say, I don't know. I want to be, and if I'm informed, then I will know. And I'm only 1/7 of this particular committee. My other colleagues may not agree with me, but I got a voice, and I use it. And thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hart. Anything y'all have any other questions?
Thank you, Ms. Hodges.
Yes,
That's it?
okay, you're done with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you.
The issue here, ladies and gentlemen, is an issue of time as it relates to the 2020 audit. We just don't have the time. And so at some point in time, we may have to do a cutaway, a transition to another pathway for getting this resolved. It's just too long. Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean we don't have the time?
We need to do 21, 22, 23.
Okay.
We can't wait, 2019 for 2 years.
Yeah, it should, but it should not take us, if he's sending us information that he's requesting information from us, we've got to make sure that the people that are responsible for doing it is doing it in a timely manner. That kind of cut in, Diana's going to delegate some duties. Other people may have to help them over the department to get the stuff together. Because if it's not sent to him, he can't do anything. They can't do anything if we don't send what they need.
That's correct.
And if I may,
And somebody else ain't over.
oh,
Hold on a second.
I'm visiting Paris, so I can't say that. Who's that?
Anderson has a response, but I'm going to use executive authority to make one statement. And so, I agree with everything that you said, but something is happening that perhaps maybe we're not seeing. For the delay of a year and a half, 2 years to do 2019, and now we're on 2020. And so he says that he is 1/3. I don't know what that means.
He's 33% complete.
I understand that. And I don't know if
I
ever.
thought you said 3/3.
No, he said
No,
He said 1/3.
1/3.
Well, you should have jumped on that.
I know what he's gonna take,
Yeah, he was ambassador.
yeah, clerk, may I speak before clerk?
You certainly may.
Okay, what happened, and he said that from the beginning, before he started this audit, he said he was not gonna do anything until he had all of the financial reconciliations.
Right.
So apparently, he did not, get those reconciliations, within almost a year, apparently, from what he was saying.
Okay.
Cause I'm on the same emails, and when we get stuff, I call the clerk, and things that she can answer, she goes in and find the information, send it to him. And she said, you know, she called Mr. Breaker, Mr. Breaker on those things, and somehow, or another, I don't know what had taken so long with her to reconcile stuff. I know, we're partially blaming she is too, because she's not speaking out, to us and saying that, hey, these records are, because she's having to gather stuff from the AS400. That's the old accounting system. And she has to be able to get in there and find stuff. When she come here, if she can't find the written stuff, bank statements, it puts her at a disadvantage. She should have said something a long time ago. Hey, I'm having trouble, because I asked for her to come all the time. And when she comes, she never said, I'm having trouble finding the statements, this or that. And I put part of that on her too.
Well, and I don't blame you. My issue, and I'm not constructing your next position, but I have to say this. My issue is that if I'm a CPA, which I'm not, and I'm not getting your work done over a period of a year, I need to be alarmed. That's my point. I need to be alarmed. I need to be telling you at month 3, month 4, look, your house is on fire. No one has said to us that our house is on fire, although we may have known that the house was on fire, but I didn't feel any alarm coming from that CPA firm. Dr. Anderson.
Okay, he's received everything he's asked for.
He did what?
He has received everything he's asked for. Now, the question is, how long will he sit on it before he starts to work on it? I sent him an email, him and Mr. Prayer email today. She CC'd me on the email she sent to them and said, did y'all receive the information that I sent to you all? And the lady said, yes, I started working on it today. So the information that she received, they received it back in May or June. Now, why they wait till October to start working on it? That's not on the city. That's not.
Well, that's a fix going on here. So
Because I
I'm,
used to
go ahead.
read right here.
Well, I don't know.
Right.
There's some fix going on. So I'm going to instruct you to send him a letter, asking him,
Because I sent it to you.
asking him, dear Mr. Hart, what additional information do you need? And of course, Alderman Wells may have want to put something in there.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alderman.
Mayor, in that instance, you call their name, because I would call them
I-
out. Sometimes you have to call people out to let them know.
Well, you should have told him while he was on
We
the
sent
line.
you this information,
I
and
found a nice way to, because I
sometimes
sometimes
turn
No, you can't be nice. And this is a critical
So-
situation.
in that instance, attorney might need to put a file on behalf of the city.
Somebody needs to.
Somebody that put some
Yeah.
time, because if not, they're gonna continue to delay. We'll be at the office, they're still working on the same stuff, they're working on that.
Might it'll be another year and a half. Well, the other
And they don't
remaining
make sense.
2/3.
We'll give it time to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm telling you the worst scenario, Alderman Taylor, is for, what's his name? Chad White to walk through that door. Because we've gotten a letter from him, we have to be in the process of taking corrective action. Scott Hodge is not taking corrective action. So there you are. It's the same thing. We got to find somebody to do the stuff we need done, and we can talk about that later. What's next?
Tim Taylor was next in line. If you allow Lafayette Wells and all lady guilty to speak. And all lady guilty is quick to make me aware that people got their hands up, and I was told on a couple of cases on the silent pet.
I'm looking out for your best interest.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. But yeah, just to follow up on the statement that all the lady guilty made by talking about the delegation from the clerk, we're leaving one component out of the whole scenario, and that's the accountant. look, she comes here, she charms us to death. But walks away, when she walk away, we got no information, period. If she's not getting stuff, she needs to put emphasis on it. Otherwise, you know, we need to do something different. And it's insane for us to keep going down the same road. When I look at Canton Claims Docket, I see a payment out to her, but I don't see her. You know, it's almost as if we got people in this situation and they're all ghosts to us. 5 years we've been asking people to come before us, and they don't do it. They don't make this city and this city government a priority. And then when we get behind the 8 ball, the Board of Aldermen are not doing this. They're not doing that. And I know you all get it because you're in the streets just as much as I am. And it is ridiculous. Why is it that this entity don't get the respect? All government entities that get the natural respect, they are soaring with prosperity. And we don't get it, and we get no prosperity. Anytime the Board of Supervisors want to know something, we go to them. Anytime we want something from DC, we go to them. Not only just wanting something, but to inform them. Nobody comes to this board. Nobody. We recognize Canton Public School Board, and we know we put 3 of them there. But in the last year, with the exception of Rico Brown, who has been here? Can anybody tell me? I'll wait. Nobody. And I know I'm going to get a bad name. That's part of politics. But not once have I lied on anybody. So either we tighten the belt or we let it go loose. Same thing with CMU. We put them over there, you don't hear from them until something bad is going on. And who do they look at? First the mayor and that sorry Board of Aldermen over there at the city of Canton. Don't none of them do nothing. Here's another complaint. None of them read anything. And that is totally not true. And sometimes it hurts. Go to the McKeel meetings. You're here. It's not coming from Joey, but it's coming from some of Joey's people. And the biggest joke going forward, who got shot this weekend? And everybody needs to know this. Crime may be on the other side of the track right now. But at some point, you can creep up on your doorsteps. And nobody will be having any folly behind that. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just to add, I think there's a disconnect between Dr. Dupre and Tan Brown. Because I reached out to him later because my contact is her, not him. So I reached out to her and let her know that the board was requesting an update and when was she available. Her response to me was, I don't know what to update. Can't get any information from Hodges. Did they tell you if they needed anything? I'll try to email them. I said, no ma'am, I haven't heard from them. So that's a disconnect. Should I be talking to her or should I be talking to Scott?
Well, let me say this.
Probably both.
Probably. Let me say this. As stated previously, Hodges has never given us a warning and an alarm. And Dr. Dupre has not given us a warning an alarm. She is our consultant CPA. She has never said to us, the house is on fire. Okay? No recommendations, no suggestions. She knows the house is on fire. But we've got no recommendations and no suggestions. So that's kind of like where we are. So what has to happen, Alderman Wells, we have to make a decision as to whether we go from here. So whether we go down the same path of insanity, of allowing folks to work without audit for a year and a half without getting any results. Who would do that? Now that's Alderman Taylor's definition of insanity. They're not getting any results. No. So we're gonna have to make a change. And we can talk about that change at a later time. All right, what's next?
And then with respect to that letter, can the clerk like work on it with me and like she
Sure.
she
Okay. She said she can beat it up, she really mean, she can legal it up.
Yeah.
Alright,
But she know how fast.
okay then, Mr. Knight Pig.
Good afternoon, how y'all doing?
How are you?
I went back to sit down for y'all talking money, and I get the heck out of where I'm from. First thing, let me correct something that got changed this morning. Me and Mr. Howard Young had a good conversation, got in touch with Mr. McDaniel. He is
Who was McDaniel?
He's the one that wanted to put the subdivision in on East Lincoln Street.
Okay,
Around 110 houses, upscale houses in a gated community.
alright,
He is coming back to the table. Howard talked something, what, I don't know what they figured out at CMU about water, but they said they got some.
Probably got that letter from us.
And,
Can I see the plans for that?
huh?
Can I get the plans for that?
For what?
That, what you just spoke on?
Oh, he ain't got them done yet, we gotta get all the, logistics done on it, as far as he hadn't had the site plan,
but he has a building permit,
he ain't got nothing.
he's gonna request
He ain't got
it.
nothing. He's waiting on to get the deed to that property.
Okay,
Yeah, and actually, I think it was owned by Arnell Bowie that he was buying.
All right.
If you go online, you can see what they, Arnell had tried to lay out several years ago. But anyway, Dr. Anderson gave me a list of some houses and some properties y'all wanted checked out today. And I've got pictures and all of them, and you know, pass around. I can't afford to make copies for everybody, it's tricky. But, one of the houses was 830 East Fulton Street. That's right across from where Roby Harris runs into Fulton Street. The house has been burned up there. And it needs to be locked. But I think we have squatters. But I'm not no Daniel Boone, but I can read the tracks and grade. And when you got past, swoop down, go to the front door, that tells me somebody going in that house a lot. Did not see anybody, did not find anybody there. But that's not gonna be the last time we look on it. But it actually belongs to a Marquita made chain. And it's in an estate. So that's gonna be a long, hard haul. It was
why is that?
because when it comes, if it's in an estate, being able to track down all the heirs is virtually impossible. Because there can be one, or there could be 100. And can't do anything to, that house was deeded to her in 1990. One of the others was 318 Northwest Street. I went by that, you don't have a picture of it in there. I mean, it looks fine to me. It
Who was
looks fine.
keeping that?
It wasn't a house, it was the
It's
lot,
not,
the lot that was
Well, I
next
went
to
to-
it.
well,
Yeah,
yeah.
the house was fine.
Yeah.
It's a lot next to
I was,
the.
yes, I was given 318 to 322. And, but yeah, that's owned by George and Mary Red, and I mean, it was fine.
Yeah, but she was talking about the trees going up and all the grass.
And the very next door is owned by,
But before you go forward,
yeah,
I think you need to give us an answer as to why you did something that was not requested. She was talking about
He wasn't here.
Oh, he
had
wasn't
gone- He had gone by the time I brought it up.
Okay, oh, you gone
I
last.
got this second hand,
Uh-huh.
I got you, okay. Oh, who gave you the information?
Dr. Henderson.
Okay, I got you, okay.
And I said between, I know one of the addresses was 318, but the property was not at 318, but it was somewhere in that, in that vicinity.
Yeah, because there are a couple of spots on Northwest Street, and I know one house we got to look at real hard, not hard, but we know what the need is.
Yeah.
So, you know, the answer you gave was not in correlation to what she was requesting.
Right.
But if you were not here, then I
And I got
can't.
the text that she sent me.
Okay.
Numbers on it.
All right,
But the one that I believe you were talking about is 320 Northwest Street. That's owned by a Walter Meriwether Jr. estate. There is no deed to be found online through the county. I went to every website I could and didn't find anything. The house that is most disturbing on the northwest end, in my opinion,
Yeah, we know.
is 343. And it is now done fell in, unfortunately.
Who owns that?
I feel you, don't call it now. Yeah, I feel it.
All right, and the other piece of property, there was no 322, but there was a 328, which I'm not recalling the name, but it's overgrown, but it's just grass. It's not trees like 320. You don't need a dozer or a tractor to clean that one up. And then y'all asked about the Webster house. Well, I had a hard time finding, the only Webster house I found was to a young lady at, Janet Webster at 323. And I looked at that house going, that ain't too bad. I mean, it's not bad at all. I called Miss Monica and she set me straight. Matter of fact, she laid me out there and showed me the right house at 410 North 9th Street. And y'all know who owns it.
Yeah.
All right, that's the extent of the properties that I received. But one thing, Mr. Mayor, me and you talked about this, when y'all came back from the municipal league, you had some information that to expedite the demolishing of these houses.
That's correct.
I would love to have that information.
Well, we're presenting to you. The information is very simple,
Okay.
and we have the statute in which instead of all of the stuff going to the court,
Mm-hmm.
the board can make a decision. We would have to authorize you to be the decision maker as well as the minutes to society, or minutes to the community. Once you do that, then we have to give proper notice
Mm-hmm.
to the owner. The confusion point here, and Ms. Banks can help us out, is
The estate part.
the state
I
park.
think you can just notice it to all the air to the estate, you just publish it, you know, you need property cleanup.
Right.
1911.
Right.
You should do that, and you should notice it in the paper and publish it.
Right.
You know, airs and whatever the last
Right.
date was. That should cover, I mean, we tried to do whatever we could to notice it to the unknown heir.
Okay.
Publish the paper, so. That's what I would do.
I would love for y'all to put in the board minutes and give me the authority to condemn or
Okay.
It's in
declare.
there, you might, I'm gonna go through my emails and see what I have, but I think we've done that already, I will be seeing.
Because she sent it to everybody.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
if you want to do 21/19/11, that's the demo. That's it, depending on the price, because if it's done more than $500, that's what you use that statute.
Do what now?
If it's more than $500, you're not gonna be able to use that statute, it's either $250 or $500. So if the demolition is gonna take more than $250 or $500, you're not gonna use that statute. You're gonna use 21/19/11.
21/19/11?
Property cleanup, depending on how much it is, how much
Right.
you estimate it to be.
I've run equipment on and off for years, and to tear that house that we're talking about down on West North,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it and haul it off for $500, because the landfill's gonna charge me, something $300 worth of.
So you probably don't do, I'll do the 21/19/11, the regular property cleanup statute, you just
Okay.
notice it and publish it in the paper for me.
Okay. Is there a place that I may can get a example letter of what needs to be worded?
Yeah,
in-
we have
in-
some,
We have all of that.
it's some in the minutes, because you have to attach it in the minutes and everything.
Okay,
So it should be some in the minutes, and I'll go through and find some to be done.
okay, because I have been asked, and we've been talking about it, getting a list of overgrown property. And I've got all the city-owned overgrown property, and I've got the state of Mississippi's overgrown property. If we deem something in the city, y'all have full authority to say, go tear that thing down.
Yes, we
But
do.
what about the state, on state-owned property?
State on property.
No, you have to request it to say whatever you wanna do. You have to get permission from them.
They have been granting us some grass cutting, but some of these lots, like down on Walnut Street, there again, like the one at 320, you're gonna need to track over bulldozer. Cannot put bush hog in there, it's gonna carry everything up.
The state is not gonna do it on grass cutting.
What they do is allow us to do it.
Well, that's good.
That's mighty nice. And Alvin has been working on that pretty diligently. He has got a good bit of the problem.
So can we send them a bill?
No.
Can we-
A lot of times when they, okay, so we have to request to do the work on the property, and then they'll send a response back and say that you allow them to give us a time frame. Then they'll tell us that we do it at no cost, it'll be in a letter, and that we're assuming the risk for our employees to be out there as well, when we do the cleanup. So that'll all be in the response we get back from the state. It'll say, you're doing it at your own risk, and you have to pay a cost for it.
So in all that correspondence, they don't give us a reason as to why. I mean, I understand the statement, but they don't give us a reason as to why, because if we, do something in violation of the state, they charge us.
No, they don't give us a reason as to why.
Okay.
No.
And anybody have any questions? I mean,
Yeah, let me go back to the statement I made earlier about not calling names. It's not just like the board, you or the mayor.
right.
Just in several conversations with the person at that home, I think it's embarrassing enough that it's in that state. She just doesn't want a name associated with it. So if we can honor that, I think it would be.
Well, the main reason I went back to research the actual owner and try to trace the deeds and stuff down, yeah, maybe some of y'all would know some people, and get direct information, direct contact with them. It's
Okay.
mediate things, you know, that was the reason why I went back so far first.
Okay. All right, good.
Y'all got anything else?
I have something, when you look at the government project, to come to town, like the 131 houses, and the first package of information is shared with you, which I think is a good thing. But as a mayor of the city, it would be a benefit that I'm aware of.
Yes, sir, you're correct, you're correct.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, because I don't want anything to go wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
My bad, I thought in my mind that I had talked to y'all about it.
Well, you're talking to so many people, I understand.
Well, we're giving no excuses now.
Look, I got fire in my brain, so,
I got you.
you know,
Yeah.
very weird.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you. Thank you,
I'm
Mr.
gonna
Speaker.
stick around till y'all decide what y'all gonna do with that stuff in the back road back here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where am I?
And for the-
Oh, Mr. Rodney Harrison.
Okay.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Mr. Harrison, Chief Jackson, how are you?
We're well. We thought it would be fitting to come before, you all, Mayor, Board of Alderman, in reference to this homecoming week. And in lieu of social media, idle threats, things of that nature, we just want to assure you, we have a plan in place as it relates to homecoming and the safety of the community. At Canton High School on Friday night. Chief has derived a plan. I reviewed it. And I mean, as I always say, if someone wants to be ignorant, they can. You know, there's no escape from that. But we have derived a plan of action for the events on Friday at Canton High School. And Chief can just kind of give you all an overview of what those plans are.
Yes, sir.
Again, good evening. Me and Chief Brown have made some things that we noticed that was going on social media, started off last week. Beginning to get those type of things sentiment in reference to the violence that might occur for homecoming night. But reviewing those things on social media, it didn't show a direct threat towards the school itself. It's like pointing at individuals that having beef against one another that they might decide to bring it to the school on homecoming night. So that's kind of where we at with it. I did reach out to the Sheriff Department, Deputy Chief Jeremy Williams, as well for additional units that will help us out on Friday, as well as undercover agents as well, to help provide that extra force and security that we would need for homecoming. I don't know if anyone been around the school lately as we started this year, but we do have a new system called Open Gates. That's one of the top detective systems that you might see at some of the NFL games. That's what we have in our district now. Those items will be posted at each entrance of the stadium as well as the tailgate area. That way it prevent anything from trying to come in. As well, we have, information has been continued to be sent to me from the community, and they are having a big concern about it, but we have definitely put it on our website to assure that we will provide the safety as needed.
And, of course, we do have this clear bag policy, and we thank Chief Brown, for offering support of their office in addition to the Madison County Sheriff Department. And in addition to that, we do have our school safety officers, school resource officers. There will be someone at every point of contact. There will be tables to where people that, as it relates to tailgating, we have a set time that individuals can come and set up. There will be no vehicles allowed, in their area, abundant dropping their items off. And this one, we have one that can even one cooler. So someone trying to be courageous enough to put something in a cooler, we got you on that too. So like I say, we got every base covered. We had a meeting with the school security team, and we shared with them what the expectations are. Everybody has a post, need to be on that post. And one of the issues we've had is usually around the concession stand. We put some things in place to where we're going to kind of monitor that pretty heavily. If you're not buying, you don't need to be standing. But we know homecoming's a little different, so if you are putting a couple of extra people there, just kind of make sure that goes as smoothly as possible.
And another note, on the outer perimeter, that most people decide to do things when they leave an event will be, when you're leaving out, they decide might want to hang out with one and shoot. Well, we'll have people on the outer perimeter that will be watching that as well.
Let me ask you, tell us that.
Yeah, you wanna go ahead?
I was just trying to get a description of the outer perimeter. Is
Okay.
that from the entrance off of 43 into the body of the school?
Yes, sir. We will have a deputy set up as well as Canton. One will be set up on Finney Road, one will be set up on 43, and another will be set on down the road at Covington. I want to say it's Covington. Yes, sir.
The issue came up last night, and I don't want to speak for Alderwoman Gillis, she can speak for herself. If you remember, we were talking about the bright lights.
The lighting,
Yeah,
Light.
we were interested in knowing if you all had the big bright shiny lights, because a lot of times when people are walking from the stadium to their cars, it's mostly dark.
Yeah, we did. We do have those.
Yes, I will have tower lights brought in. We will have over about 6 tower lights tonight in the venue as well.
Great stuff.
Also, won't get to mention about turning off the lights too quickly, shortly after the game. It's my understanding that they usually, 15 minutes, they're cut off. We thought about that, and we were thinking that maybe if you would keep it on longer, so that everybody would be able to leave, and the lights are still on, and leave the facility in safety and where they can see, have visibility to see. Okay. And that way it will prevent or deter a lot of people.
Yeah, they take that into consideration. I'm well aware of that, because one thing is to deter them to turn the lights off, go ahead and leave, but you're absolutely correct. Yeah. Even also, we try to see and
Especially
on
these circumstances.
Yes,
Now, normally when we do that, when the game is over, we want to make sure the field is clear with the lights on. And normally, tailgating, people normally want to spend the night almost there.
Yeah.
So that's when you might see the light side and start cutting 1 or 2 lights off. Try to give them a heads up, hey, let's go ahead and start packing up. But we would do it in consideration to make sure we stay on a little longer for the clearing of the tailgate as well.
Yes, I'm sorry, Alderman Dale.
Yeah, and again, you allowed, but there's a protocol, I don't get put into it. But, all of this goes one to talk about the lights being turned on too early. Just go to his church, they want you out of there. Mount Zion wants you out, and I know Chief Brown goes to Mount Zion, I know all of this, so I'm just telling you, that's a heck of a statement coming from. But, with your setup and things that you got in place, and I heard all the lady Gilkey say last night about the lighting. That area right there at the fence where I'm only standing, that area back behind that, that's where a lot of your fights get going, right in that area, because everybody's congregating there for some reason, I don't know. I know it's a big slab of concrete, and most of the young people are right there in that particular area. When the fights break out, I don't have a percentage of them, but I know the scuffles that I've been over there and witnessed have been right there in that area. So I don't know what can be done. And you do a heck of a job patrolling. I have to give you that, because I see you almost every 20 minutes, and a lot of times I think you come and feel to get off the field.
Just being visual.
But that particular platform is a platform for something to go forward, and I hope in the future that there's some interest put into that, along with all the lighting all over the campus. But look, you and I attended, and I don't know if you did, Ms. Sayers, attended Canton Public Schools, and we know the primitive days that we went through.
Yes.
Now that we're getting opportunity to come out of that primitive stage, we should have a mindset and look back at the past as to what we didn't have, so that we can get and make it even better. And I hope that's the concept that we're going to take as we go forward in this city and with this government and with Canton Public Schools. Number two, I want to ask, with all your inclusiveness with the county, where does the Canton Police Department fit in this?
Well, as you know, that I do have security contract with Canton Police Department
Okay.
on security agreement, and those individuals have been working years with us, so they will be on the security team as well. In addition to, I spoke with Chief Brown on any other officer want to participate.
Okay.
Please feel free to come in. We welcome you, open arms, to just come on in and stand there and make sure you show your presence. So it will help us out even more.
Okay. And with my last statement, Ms. Harris, you the assistant superintendent?
No, sir, Chief of Operations.
Chief of Operations. Your assistant superintendent or your superintendent, we'd love to have them in this facility. With all this money y'all about to get, we hope you all kick us $10 million to do what we need to do over here. You all are becoming a very rich entity, and sharing the wealth is not a bad idea. The concept of what was going on Facebook, the threats that were going forward. I called one of your board members, Peter Brown, and I know I chewed him out pretty good, because he didn't know anything about it. And I can understand how this board doesn't know, because I know you're at all the meetings over there. But when people on Facebook saying we're gonna get a body for a body, I think that's ridiculous, and it needs to be shut down, because all it does is encourage the things that are already going on. In order for the city, in order for the school system to get better, the image has to change. If the image doesn't change, nobody's gonna come here. When I sit in those Makita meetings, the first thing that comes up is what kind of condition is the school system in? And it hurts to sit there and hear the negativity. Number two, how safe is your city? Number three, what about your fire department? What is the rating? So we're in the mix here, we're family, and we gotta support each other as we go forward. So I'm not fussing, I am concerned about the non-information, but that doesn't fall on your shoulders. It comes from your 3 board members. I can call their names: Rico Taylor, Dr. Jenkins, and Glenn Lacey. We have yet to see them. When Dr. Jenkins and I were on the board together, we said that we would do more of informing. Somewhere that dropped off. The emphasis being put on it, and I think the board members here, Tim Ray's more prediction over here than anybody. And sometimes I get loud, but it's because of the passion I have for the city and wanting it to compete and cosmetically look good. So it's not that I'm getting on anybody. I just have a passion based on where I came from, where I got my fundamental start, and where I am now. So if we can work on some of these things, I think this city will be better and become more competitive and be part of that lane between the 2 rivers. Because anywhere water is, there's growth. So we're not doing that. Okay?
One other thing I want to share.
Go ahead.
One of the things I want to share, I know you see a lot of little kids be running, but we did share that over with the parents that they accommodate any kids 5th grade on down and be accommodated by adults.
Thank you, that was my next point. We
we also discussed this on last night, that a lot of people, adults don't come to the game, but they're dropped off to kids. So
Yes,
they need to be deterred, especially with the crowd
Right.
that you're
Very
probably gonna
And
have.
we're starting with fifth down, but we're gonna see how this works, and it may come up and go down. So we're working, and I appreciate the openness, and like I said, it takes all of us to make this work, so that's why so this is your support in making it work. We had a parade at 2:00 on Friday, so we asked that, Chief Brown and whomever else that's able to just kind of, just kind of hard to control it. So we just ask that everyone just kind of work together, be visual. If you see something, say something, so we can, make this an event, that's gonna be, everlasting memory. So it takes all of us to make it work.
And we're being ready to the kids that if anything occurred during the parade and their name is involved, they will not miss the game.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I just like to say thanks. I've been raising tradition over here about you all. You all see me at your board meetings, and I try not to come in there and flex my muscles because I know y'all throw me out. But at the same time, I do that because I care.
Yes, sir. We're here as one now.
Okay.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Chief Jackson, you know the tradition of past homecomings because you older than I am, huh?
Oh, my son.
You're Chief Brown older than I am.
I'm right behind Chief with it. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, thanks, man.
Thank you.
It's free. Y'all turn the lights off over there now very quick.
But I know sometimes, and I like to go on, we never close. We always got open arms to the community.
I see the support behind that is once you turn the lights off, our chief police is walking up the aisle with his pistol and on his pistol. They want you out of there.
Not church.
That's well,
That must be, nah, I ain't gonna call it.
the custom is always. We don't do that, we're too small.
Is item 6, approval of claims and contractual claims docket. Do we have a motion?
May I like to make a motion that we approve Roman number 6 as written and as stated.
Do we have a second?
I second
All in, President ready?
Yes, sir.
President ready, by Alderman Well,
Yes, sir.
so recognized.
Yeah, on the claim docket, under, I believe that was maybe public works, that, invoice was $7,000 something. It rented, seemed like piece of equipment a couple times. And I remember Mr. Kobe's not here, but they, you know what they rented? And how long was it? It's on the consent. Oh, it's only, it's on the consent. Is that on the agenda? Oh, they, we'll get the, then she said she put it on the claims, it's on the,
28. Item 28.
20, okay, we'll get to it. It's not on,
Okay.
it's on item 20.
Oh, you said what time?
Yeah, okay. Alright, we got resolved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Jim Taylor.
That's why.
Well,
Then, man.
Here tonight.
Motion carried. As it relates to item 8, I would rather approve payment of $17,100 and 12 cents to Mitchell County for removal and installation of new Canton HVAC system for the Canton community. Do we have a motion?
Skip number 7.
I skipped 7?
Yes.
Oh, sure did. I would rather approve the plat for Parkland subdivision parts 5, 6, and 7. Do we have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve item number 7, Parker View subdivision part 5, 6, and 7.
I'd like to second the motion with an unreadness.
Please get your readiness.
Well, we have Mr. Miller here Did you wanna come up and say something before we vote on this? Yes. I know you stated things last night.
Appreciate y'all letting me come back. I have got this is the overall plan. I think most of you have seen this by now. I'd love to, if you'd like to see it, I'd love to just show this to you one more time. Pass it around. But
I
this
think
is,
all the pen was on the person. Okay. That didn't review.
Yeah. I just found out 8 seconds ago, y'all met yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought it was Columbus Day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Columbus Day.
Yeah. We're finding out your history that he didn't actually discover there.
I know that's why they changed the name.
You found out what?
They changed the name of it, Taylor.
Oh, did it?
And
Okay.
if you just found out they didn't discover it, you didn't do very well.
I did hear where it is.
Not if you just found that.
There was a telephone pen.
I know. This is from off 55, and it's in Peter Ranch.
Part 6 and part 7. We've had this plan for
Yeah.
ages and so forth.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Good, I thought so. Good, good. Anyway, we are more than anxious to begin this development. As we mentioned before, as I told you before, none of this is criticism. This is just something that is taking place. The annexation of Canton took place, which we were not, that was fine. But in the process of doing it, once this land here got annexed, what I'm telling you this for is to show you how long we've been working on this. But after the annexation was done, we were caught between the county and the city because we had to have a correct zoning map. Attorney Sam Brown has done a great job over here for y'all. He's coordinated all of this and helped bring it through, get the mapping done and so forth. When I first went to speak to him, which was months ago, I said, I want to go in. We've got our drawings ready. I want to go in. It's going to involve a quick rezone and then an approval of this. He said, we cannot do anything until we have a correct zoning map. And I said, okay. I said, what's that going to involve? And he said, well, you've got to go through and do several things. So all of that is taking place. They've done a great job of getting the map done. Everything is done. I came back in and got the rezoning done a pretty good while ago. We had this ready. So this is what I'm making here real quickly is, thank y'all for letting me say this. We've been working on this for a long time.
Chief, are you good? You're good. Don't call him Chief Brown. If you're good, go ahead. He's not coming to the public.
I'm still be arrested. Hard as I try. So in the process of this, we got the rezoning done. Everybody here cooperative. We've got the map done. We've got everything ready to go. We have been over the years over this development, and this is the end of it. This is 5, 6, 7 parts. We did over the years 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've dealt with no problems at all with CNU. They have supplied water. We've had the sewer. In fact, I participated with them a few years ago to expand the sewer system to accommodate us and to accommodate this project right here. We set aside with CMU, in fact, I paid for our share of this to expand the sewer system. And they did that. They did a great job. It's across the street from there. But we allocated at that time the exact number, with the approval of CMU, we allocated the exact number of future housing that we would need. They sized the pumps to do that. We paid for our part of the pumps, which we paid for all the pumps. They came in, put a new system in, did everything else. Since that time, there has not been anything that has changed that. No other housing has been added over there since then. So we've still got our same sewer reservation, which they agreed to. So the sewer should be absolutely no problem. I was riding today and I spoke with one of the men from CNU who happened to be out there working. I've known him for years. We rode over there. He said, yeah, everything is fine. It's intact. everything is good on the sewer. I said, good. I said, we're coming in here as quick as we can to do this. I did not mention anything about water. I've never heard a word about water in all these years. I'm hoping that that can be worked out. What I wanted to say was, we are willing to work, I think y'all know this, everybody any way we can, but fair is fair. If you're there, if we're there, and we've put the effort in, and we've nailed this, and we've done the drawings, I've got a complete set of drawings I turned into y'all, so we've paid for all of it, according to all engineering. But I and you want other developments in this city. I don't want you to speak on one person here. I mean, we want other developments, but fair is fair. Anybody that can come along and say, I think I might do a project over here, it's not right then for us, I don't think, for CMU then to limit any water use until they've got their plans together, that they've done everything, and they're ready to go and can show you that. So, that's what happened on this. There were 3 projects that are on the complete other side of town, and those people were saying that they think they may do something, and that's fine, I'm all for it. But that should not step in front of us on anything. That shouldn't affect, I don't think, anything at all. It's, we're all in this together, but fair is fair. And, I'm gonna petition again. We've got the plans over with CMU. Our engineer talked again with, what's the young man's name over there? I can't think of his name. The one that's their engineer, whatever his name.
He's from Wagner. Yeah.
No, he's not Wagner. He actually works for CMU.
Yeah.
He's a good,
Logan?
Logan.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a good man, and in other words, he and our engineer got everything it's just gonna be a rubber stamp from them on this. But, we've given them all, reminded them of all statistics and so forth. What I am wanting from CMU is a letter to serve. I want them to say, yes, you got 94 houses, you got the water, get going, because it's gonna take us a while to develop all of this. This isn't gonna happen tomorrow or the next day. But, I'm, just saying, of course, all this is what I'm gonna say to them. You know, anybody can come along and say, I may decide to do something here, and I'm gonna try to get some water. But, we just like to know our position here as having done the work and come in. We're not trying to make a controversy, but I hope this is all agreeable with all of
Yes,
you.
sir.
But, that's what I want now, is just the final approval here for this preliminary plat. Y'all will not see me again until we have everything ready to plat and record. In the meantime, all of the water, sewer, everything we put in will be fully inspected, the engineers will sign off on it, and then down the line, we'll do that. But, we're gonna hopefully get our little drink of water reserve. We want another cup sitting over on the side. There's your water. Right there. There you got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next to remind, this is,
When they, all in favor?
Tim Taylor.
Blind eye. Wells eye. That's correct.
Congratulations, Mr. Lewis, you got a unanimous vote.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this so much.
All right.
All right. Well, let me mention this, and, hold on, Tom, just a second. This is a great step forward, and of course, with the addition of the 91 homes that Mr. Miller is bringing to the city of Canton. We received great news today that a room, which most people have not heard of, is bringing in about 131 homes. And then with the folks that Mac talked about, there's another 100+ homes. So it seems that we may have about 400 new neighbors here in the city of Canton. let the move and implementation of a new Canton HVAC system to the Canton Community Center. Do I have a motion?
That was the best project.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got it.
So it is in there.
I'm holding your finger up, all
I motion there.
we had made a motion, there's an unreadiness for all of them guilty.
There's no second been done.
I made the motion.
Who second?
He made the motion.
Okay, wait a second.
You second? Okay.
Okay, it's been.
Well, I thought you said giving up that.
My unreadiness is, I had a question about the, warranty. Because when we got the paperwork on him before, it didn't have a warranty.
For the 5 years or 15 years.
It's 5 years of compressor, right. In 1 year,
Yes, sir.
1 year,
Okay. That's my unreadiness.
within the first year, everything's covered.
Okay. Has it been remedied? All of them? Has it been remedied?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor?
Yeah.
That's good.
Whereby,
Barry. This is my vote.
Oh, okay.
Consider an approval item Nick Floyd to receive Loomis and United Care premiums from the city of Canton. Do we have a motion?
Who are the,
That's the, Nate Paul and Associates.
He wanted to look at the premium, not personal data.
Yeah.
is this the health insurance or?
Yes.
Yes, this is the health insurance.
I thought we had already.
Oh, we're not, this is not a vote to change health insurance.
No.
This is just a vote to have a look at the premiums.
well, we need to change the way this statement is written in.
How should it be?
It should read something otherwise. This says consider and approve Nick Floyd to receive Loomis and United Healthcare premiums for the city.
Yeah, the premiums that we pay.
Yeah.
You wanna help us?
Yeah,
I was
may
gonna
I
say,
say what?
I was gonna just redact anything, just put in, let's be redacted, it's redacted, it is,
Can you use the word premiums?
I don't know what's on the paper.
Okay,
The
yeah.
premiums
See
is
it,
what
I
we
want to
pay.
see it, because it might have some indication on
The
it,
insurance
about
company.
something private, I don't know.
Right.
Well, the thing is, man,
Yes, sir.
the thing is that we have already renewed our insurance, for the fiscal year of, beginning October the first to next year. So, what are we doing, second guess our already present current decision?
No, I don't think they're asking for us to change the insurance today. I think they're just asking for the premiums that we're paying to Loomis and to United Healthcare.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna do that, we might as well just open back up the bid for whoever wants to
No, you
consider.
don't need it.
But the thing is that we already done that, we've already gone through that, whoever that wanted to do that should have came before October. And what we doing is second guess our decision, I don't see no point in it.
Okay. I'm trying to wait until all of them has to finish and then
I'm done at the moment.
Mr. Shannon and Nick. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we actually did approach the city back in July for the bid to be put on the bid list for the city's alternative benefit plan, health insurance, and everything else. And we never really received that, but we did present here previously. And to answer your question, you are correct. You have renewed 10-1, but there are actually two parts to your health plan. There is your base health plan with United Healthcare, and there's your bridge program. And what we presented, if you remember, was a little bit of a unique process as far as the bridge program. What we do with our bridge program is we basically retain the dollars back for the city. Ms. Vicky, are you able to put that up to show that? That's okay, don't worry about it. We actually showed that prior where you saw our clients that there were 4 columns on there. In our bridge program, we tie to any health plan. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's Blue Cross, United Healthcare, we build the bridge program around that. But the big difference in what we do, and it is a proprietary bridge program with Infloyd Associates, is we pay all of those claims that your current GAP plan is paying. But here's the key. You have 140 people in the, roughly 140 people on your plan. So what you do is you pay premiums, bridge premiums or GAP premiums for 140 people every month. That's to cover the claims from $500 to your $5,000 base plan. Now, the reality is 28 of those people actually use all of that. Okay, the deductible and the out-of-pocket up to the base plan. Okay. So that means 112 people do not. Okay? So out of those 112 people that do not, that premium stays with the GAP plan. Under the bridge program we're proposing, and proposed last time, all of that, those dollars would go in and pay those claims identically to the way they're being paid now. However, okay, if those 112 people that are not utilizing all of it, that money will remain with the city. Okay, that's a constant year-to-year accumulation. Okay, good example of how that works is prior to this meeting, we were doing a renewal meeting with a client that started with a 9.9% rate increase, also with United Healthcare. Okay, it was negotiated down to 0. But that client last year had a rate increase of over $470,000, or right at $470,000. Okay, it cost them nothing because they had retained enough dollars throughout their bridge program over the years where we were able to offset that cost. Okay, so I made a note earlier. Obviously, I guess you learned a few things. If you pay attention early on, it's not just your issue. But the mayor had mentioned, you know, we don't want to just be notified when the house is on fire. Okay? Well, I'm not here to tell you your house is on fire, but I'm here to tell you that your house is smoldering. Any employer that is not retaining dollars that they're entitled to, okay, next year you're going to get a renewal. You're going to get a renewal increase. Okay, where are those dollars coming from? Well, our clients know where they're coming from. They're coming from their bridge plan. Okay? So they made those provisions going forward year after year. That's really what we're proposing. It doesn't matter when it occurs. We can tie that bridge plan to the United Healthcare plan now. We can do it generally within 60 days, the renewal date. It's a very easy transfer. And that's why we were asking for the information so we could actually provide that. And not only provide the bridge program, but show the accumulation process for what the city can look at going forward.
Mr. Floyd?
Some rules I have to get here. My name is Nick Floyd, and been in service in 1984. 1989, 1999, I built a product called the Medical Bridge Advance Program. We have about $57 million business on the books. I would say we're probably the #1 best service broker out there on the market. That product was built to eliminate wasted dollars. All of us agents and brokers get around and talk to you, we don't pay for anything. None of your benefits get paid for us. But as I was in the insurance business, time went by, I would go into account and renewal time come out, I have no answer. I was just like everybody else. When I go into my accounts now, I'm not afraid of doing renewal. I'm not afraid of doing it within 6 months. I heard, the alderman said that, you should open it back up for bids. Well, we're not asking you to do that. We look for every county, every city to see if they advertise for bids during renewal. So we can see you all in there, so that's the y'all to advertise. Okay? So also, you have an option to do what you want to with your insurance, anything. You can drop us as fast as you take us. We believe that we put together an operation that's untouchable. We manage to, we do cafeteria plan, we do, employee navigator, we try to eliminate the waste and time that your CFO and HR and city clerks spend on employees. We don't want you talking to your employees about their benefits. We have service reps, we have accounts manager on board all the time. Our grace plan is built to customize any medical plan. I can't think of an account that we built that didn't work. Not saying that we better know nobody else. I'm not here to criticize what we do, what we do. I just believe that what we do works everywhere. You got a list of records there. I guarantee you won't get nothing bad from none of one. We do it right. But the bottom line is that we don't spend a dime in benefits. Nothing. Agents and brokers have a tendency to think that one part is it's what you want, what you pay for. That's the way it works. All we asking you to do is, hey, give us the opportunity to see what we do. I came here in 2009 and offered the same plan to this city. I put 4 accounts in 2009, they're on that list. One of those accounts that had 142 employees, we don't reimburse $1.4 million back since 2010. Another account on there have 80-some employees, we don't reimburse them $1.1 million. The bottom line is you never use all of your $1 million. How can I keep it? Give it to me, I'll spend it. Give it all, I guess you just spend it, give it to you, right?
Yeah.
But the bottom line, why you wanna give it away? Our bridge plan is put together by us, and if they don't work for us, they don't use it, that's why you don't see it everywhere. But, hey, it's out there, we got a large group of 790 employees, I think everybody's happy. Next group on there is 580, on the way down to 32 employees. I believe that the city give us a chance to rework this. I'm gonna pay for it. I wouldn't guarantee you call all over and they'll tell you we're not being insurance, we have excellent coverage. All we ask for a chance to look at us. You can get rid of us, don't worry.
Let me ask you a question here. So you're asking for premiums, and help me understand, you're asking for the premiums that's paid out by the city to United Healthcare and to Lumen.
Right.
Okay.
Let me tell you why we asked for that. That's what you're asking for. You want me to tell you why we asked for those?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We custom build all our programs. For example, I don't know what you got, I don't know what your benefits are, but I do know what ours are. Our plan is a mini medical product. What that means is identical to what you have in your healthcare, or identical to what you got in Blue Cross and Shield, plus other benefits. For one, all the employees that work here get this disability program right in the line for it. Already get the good program. Some of your employees are older, they cannot afford to go out and buy individual disability policy. Inside our bridge plan, if you're 25, 55, 65, you're gonna have identical benefits. That's one thing we do different. The other thing is our telemedicine that we have in everybody with it, right? We built our own in 2019. We have no copay, no deductible inside that same bridge program. The other thing that we have in there is that you got a family member, everybody's in the house with you belong to that telemedicine. They don't even have insurance. That's how strong it is. So we do things different, and we'll own the brokerage, and it's not sold or divided up between 20 and 30 people. We do things the same way with everybody. The reason why we need the premium is to see what we can do to customize what you got now. If we can help you do it, if we can't, we can't.
Is this the monthly premiums that we pay?
Yes, sir. The monthly premium and the benefits what we need to see what you're paying for. You know what I mean? Like, I understand y'all have a 730 plan. I don't offer 730 plans. I'm just being straight up. Where you gonna go next year? Answer that question. Where you gonna go next year if you have a 730 plan? It's nothing below that. You know? I try to put everything 80-20. every city and county that you deal with, the first thing they're gonna say is, how can I save us money? You can't save money if you cost the employees wage orders. If they getting wage orders from the high end, you're not saving the money. If they don't pay no premium, and the benefits is not structured the right way, they are paying. They go to the hospital, or the doctor, or outpatient, and they get bills. So, I always tell a person, get in the middle or stick your way up. Then you got somewhere to go. You got flexibility. And just the way we've been doing it since 1984, I've been doing this 40 years, August 16th. And we have built strong operations in Oklahoma, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi. I think all our companies strong.
Yeah, I know the last meeting we had actually about a pyramid scheme. I want to see where your Tim was gonna go with that. And, you answered the question in an immaculate way, and I appreciate that. The one piece of segment that you just brought out was I'm taking it as a concept of education, that you said that our CFO or human resource, whoever the people involved, won't have to talk about insurance to employees. You will provide that. How will you provide it? Over the phone, or will you come to us? Because insurance is a complex subject matter. People don't admit to it, but it is complex. And, these numbers can get thrown around and have you in a spin to some degree. So how would you do that extended or that continuous education to the employees in the city of Canton?
If for some reason you decide to put us into insurance, we're gonna assign a service rep to you outside of the field and in office. We're gonna get both.
Okay.
And their job is to monitor what goes on, not when it comes renewal. Month to month, quarter to quarter. We wanna know how many cancer patients you got already going on. We wanna know how many heart patients you got. Who got renal problem? We wanna know that way before renewal comes. Like he said earlier, we negotiate one out of zero. Well, we don't know that. We don't have to negotiate with. So we do an excellent job of taking care of our clients. And the cafeteria plan, these employees here were paying for all the other benefits. You should have a cafeteria plan here for they can pre-tax and post-tax their money. But we do that too, no additional cost. We do employee navigator, no additional cost. Let's go back to the city clerk and HR person. I was in court one day with an HR person who stood up for one of our employees about the insurance. They ripped that HR person apart for helping an employee. The HR person don't have no license. They don't have no error no mission. They shouldn't be getting involved with things they can't fight back on. So we eliminated that about 10 years ago. We tell them straight up, do not help the employees. My people don't help them. I know that part. You can ask anybody. Because they love you to death, do they get ready to sue somebody? Then they want to take you to get the case over. That's what happened that day. So we eliminated the personal relationship we try to with employees and employers. My service work right there.
And I hate to be so vocal, but could you explain that cafeteria plan?
For example, you have a cancer policy with abstract somebody that will come in to pre-tax and post-tax regular life insurance policy. What that does is they subtract that premium from their paycheck and then tax them on the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So they get more take-home pay. That's the purpose of having it. We do park plans, and we used to do for flex spending. Right now, the things are changing so much. We're trying to get a new company to do flex spending on it. If you notice, when COVID-19 came, a lot of insurance companies out of business. Yeah. A lot of brokers went on and sold out. We've never been in a financial time. We never had an internal review problem. We're straight up. You can look us up, pull us up, whatever you want to do.
That cafeteria plan, in essence, does it prohibit or does it prevent that type of scheming behind closed doors? When you talk about cafeteria plan.
Well, when you say the word scheming, I really don't get into that when the word comes to me out. I just do what we do. I have nothing bad to say. I don't even know who your workers are.
Okay.
I have nothing bad to say about them, but I do know how my operation works. Number one, you buy a cancer policy with us, it's gonna be the same price on everybody.
Okay.
We don't care if 22 or 28.
Okay.
You buy everything policy with us, it's the same price on everybody. So what's going on in the cafeteria umbrella is the same thing. You don't know what you get. Not only that, once we put the building together,
right,
employees they don't have my service rep. Gonna sit down with two employees one-on-one, and they're gonna teach them everything on that sheet before they leave. If they don't understand them, they call me, they're gonna drive right back up to do it. My service rep, they're salary employees, but they're not chasing commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they come to work every day. Lord, I'm blessed us to have one awesome business and insurance out there. We don't wanna do nothing wrong if we know it. We might want to.
Let me ask you a question, and I'm starting out on this. And supplemental insurance like Aflac, where they come to a municipality and sell individual supplemental insurance, which means that the employee is actually paying for that.
Right.
And the insurance that they may charge Mr. Alvin Davis is gonna be different from what they charge me.
It depends on what type of policy it is. We
I'm talking about age.
Yeah, well, with us, the most two policies sold in insurance people that cancel accident. If you're in the insurance business, that's been the couple of people forever. With us, it's the same rate.
What's the same rate?
It's the same rate. The reason why it's the same rate, I'll build the policy. One thing I have a problem with, when I was getting older, I get older, this is what it's gonna cost me. When I get older, this is what it's gonna cost me. And I realized that, I'm in the same boat as somebody else with me. Now, another thing I did,
But Nick, who pays for that cancer insurance?
employees.
Employee pays.
For a whole minute, we go back a minute. We have accounts that had a lot of cancer cases, and they would kill them over you. So we built a cancer group policy. Employer paid for the cancer group policy. We also saw people in Indiana, Baton Rouge, Texas, anywhere they want to go to, because they had coverage.
Okay.
I was in a meeting one time, 5 people stood at that meeting to look for a thing. 4 of us had cancer, and we're here at the meeting now, we're here last year, but we had severe cancer, we went to these places, that place. I didn't know who they were, but they knew the plan. So, you got employees that work here for the city, that's lower paid employees, they can't afford the things that some of us can. We need to build a package for all of us. And that's my way of doing things. I know you all are maybe make $1 hour more the rest of them. What about the one over here? Why he can't have the same coverage? Why he can't afford the same coverage? All we asking for, you know what? Give us the same thing. I really tried hard to put this same thing in here. I don't know if any of y'all remember me or not. But I could give you the names of the one I did put in. And they'll tell you the results.
Well, Mayor, I think you heard the educated number that came out at the beginning as far as the usage of insurance in the city of Canton. That number is very imbalanced, and I think because that not usage number is so high because of a lack of education or understanding insurance. And even from where we stand as employers, to get continuous education in any matter, a complex issue, I think is very helpful. Universally, well, especially in this particular city, because, whether we believe it or not, or want to accept it or not, we are an aging group of people, and things will come upon you. I have a testament to that at 50, what I went through, and that was losing my sight. So, with those types of things, and, people can sit back and say that I do this, I eat healthy, you never know what's coming for you. That's what insurance is for. So, just looking at that number, I think it was 121 that don't use and 28 that is using are familiar with what's going on. So, just the idea of continuous education going forward that he's admitted that his firm will do, we need to look at those things. Because the more you know, the better off you are. And knowledge is no good unless you share.
Service is number one. Why should you pay us if we don't do a good job?
Right.
Why should you pay anybody if they don't give you money for it?
Right.
I don't care who it is, what it is. But like I said earlier, we all consider being talk insurance. Every broker has a different concept. But I created a concept that works.
Okay.
I created a concept for the employer.
So the money you're talking about saving, does that money go back to the employee or back to the city?
Go back to the city.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna put some checks.
Well, you can't. The way the plan is built, the city has to pay for the plan. And then the reimbursement go back to the city.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that.
I can do it.
What you gotta lose by right.
Okay.
I hope I.
Well, Mr. Esco is the insurance guru at the table, so.
Well, he understands something on products.
I think that, before we go changing, first of all, need to evaluate, and look into your company, I don't think that we should just make a hasty decision.
I understand that. I understand that. I have no problem with it.
And, you know, just to, the way this stated, it's stating to turn the premium over to you.
Well, it's probably written the wrong way. It should be allow us to look at the premium, compare dollar to dollar. It should be written a little bit different. I understand. I saw that one.
And we haven't had an opportunity to, you know, I'm sure that any representative that come here would have a good statement or presentation to us, but I think that before we decide to do anything, we should evaluate your company, who you are.
I agree with that.
The reputation, check your references and et cetera.
Do you have a record where you evaluate the last year? I got you asking me before, so I'm asking you a question.
I didn't hear you.
Do you have a record where you evaluate the last class I've done? I'm just asking the question.
Do I have a record?
Where you evaluate the last program? I've been through this 2 or 3 times, and it asks me this, but I go back and do my homework, nobody's ever got it. But it's fine, you can check me from A to Z. So I'm saying is that we're gonna go by the law says that in this alternative, but we're gonna solicit for insurance, we got open put a bid in, on the market, in the paper, and run it so long, so every broker in the state of Mississippi could come and offer their product, is that correct?
I missed the first part of what you said, what kind of insurance are you referring to?
No, I said that when you start bidding insurance, you're supposed to solicit in the paper before time.
But you're talking about a supplemental plan.
No.
You're
I'm
not
talking
talking
about
about.
any of it's supposed to be, if you go for bids,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be open to every licensed player in the state of Mississippi.
But if it's professional service, then that's different, so I need to look at what you're saying.
I don't have a problem
Under
with
the
saying,
person statute, it provides for all that stuff, so.
I don't have a problem with you can check me out from A to Z. But it offends me every time somebody say that, like what I mean, I've never heard it before.
Well, I think in the last meeting we had, the mayor did call some of your references. And, I know he spoke with them, verbatim over the phone. I think we heard it, that's what was said. So if the language is changed on the agenda of UNESCO, would there be any consideration in your mind?
To allow them to
Check
To
records.
check the, compare the
I
apples?
think that before we do that, there may be some other companies that may be able to offer the same thing.
But they haven't come before us, so.
No.
Yeah.
And this is the deal.
But some of them have.
Yeah.
In the past.
Okay, all right, okay.
But for the record,
But we changed out
And-
in the middle of the storm.
But they may be able to offer even something greater than what he said.
but it might be, this is the deal here. So you're talking about $1 million a year. And we never bidded out the insurance. And we never did ask United Healthcare a 101 or hour one for their references. This is not an instance in which one is attempting to violate a HIPAA law. This is simply asking information for what are your benefits, medical, surgical, with glasses, your hearing, your vision, your disability, what are you getting when you're in the ICU, what are your benefits, and what are you paying on a monthly basis. Now, the other way this information can be obtained is with Open Meetings Act. Because it's not HIPAA. You're not violating anyone's medical condition. You're asking for what are you paying on a monthly basis, and what benefits are you getting from Lunas and United Healthcare. And that's what's in your hands. So,
Yeah, I think with respect to the purchasing issue,
you
you have to look at it with respect to the purchasing issue. I would think we need to look at exactly what the type of policy is. Because if you look at 31.713, and I have to see whatever policy he's offering. But it's an exception, it's a section
What
on
does-
what he offers.
What does that mean?
That means it's an
Exception to the house
exception,
rule
it's an
thing?
exception to the bidding requirement. There's exceptions,
Oh, you said they may not fall within the bidding requirement.
yes, a lot of exceptions under subsection N. There's one little bitty I up to, like 30,
I've never seen a video.
38. So there's 38 exceptions under there. So I can see exactly what they're offering, you know.
I guess what I'm asking here is what is the violation of the law?
I don't know.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Hold on a second. What is the violation of the law for us to approve what we're paying vendors? Now, in this particular circumstance, what we're paying as a premium, number one, and what is the violation of the law as to revealing what our benefits are?
I don't know, now, as far as you're asking me, my legal, I
Yes.
don't know what they're requesting in these premiums. And my only concern would be, is there anything that needs to be redacted? That would be my only concern, is there anything that would need to be redacted?
I tell you what they're
That's it.
asking.
I haven't seen the actual documents, I don't know
Okay.
what it looks like.
What they're asking is, simply speaking, how much money is the city of Canton paying on a monthly basis for its insurance coverage? And what are the benefits? That's what they're asking.
Mayor, can I,
Yes, sir.
a bid tax is the city or the county. The law says the city could provide health insurance for the family coverage. It said, it used to be that the county had to request that, but now the city, you could put insurance all over, everyone invited for the family. The law gives you permission to do it. But the county rates different. But when it comes up to a bid tax, the bid tax have to be put in details. Number one, we are soliciting bids for health insurance for the city of Canton, Mississippi. In detail, that's what we asking for. We asking for life insurance, health insurance, dental, vision, cancer insurance, all of this is bid package. And we want it sealed bid or we want it in person. And then the time frame you have to be, that's with every broker. So if y'all have never did that before, I don't have anything to do with that part. But that's the right way to do it. And that's with everybody, it's not just the county. But, I'm just saying, you know, hey, I can't tell the city what to do, but I do know that we run a good operation. What do you about, you check us out there, what do you think about us?
Everything was positive. I called somebody today that gave glowing remarks and recommendations. I'm just trying to understand the issue with, on our contract claims, speaks to the amount of money that we pay out every month to vendors. That's general public information. So I don't know if the insurance cost is a part of those contract claims. But we pay out an amount every month. And I'm thinking that insurance companies or vendors do, and they should be on our contract claims as to what we're paying out. So the issue here is that's public information. The only other issue would be benefits.
You know, here at county, I guess you could ask for a proposal, I can give it. I am really not. Give them everything they want. If I haven't done a good job, they need to get rid of me anyway. If I got something to hide, they don't need to keep. A bid package identify what you want in there. If anybody will be able to raise your benefit coverage. It identifies, do I want 80-20, do I want 70-30 plan, do I want 90-10, do I want $500 coverage? That's a bid package. That is the right way of being out health insurance for anybody, not just you know. That goes on everywhere.
We never did, we never did. But Mayor, looking at the language on the agenda, could we go off, somebody had a hand up? I want more, because he went. Oh, now you gonna go protocol, okay. I got you.
Mayor, like I said, the language in this particular, agenda item, it just needs to be changed to take the word premium out or add language where the documents that he's requesting, which is public record, have it sent to the attorney before it goes to the clerk to get sent out. So she'll.
Either then it needs to be.
Right, so she'll know what's going out. That's, and to statement earlier, like I said, we just signed, and relationships are important. I know, y'all came and spoke, previously. Yeah, I'd like to know what you're offering, but as Alderman Esco said, yeah, we signed a deal with a broker, at this point, and so at some point, we need to be, kind of keep our word, because, nobody will trust us if the word gets out, well, you know, they signed with me, and then next month they sign with somebody else, and then we give it to you, the next month we sign with somebody else. So at some point, we gotta build a relationship and stay there, cause just jumping, you're not stable if I'm stable. You know, it's just a few days ago, and I'm not saying, I would love to see your proposal, but we just signed something, and then we're gonna get out, and we jump in next week somebody says, let's try something out over there. So that's what you.
I'm gonna say one more thing, I'll sit down.
Just a moment, Nate. Alderman Esco, did you have your?
Yeah, I did. I was just trying to see, were you trying to request a census?
No, I wouldn't do it.
I mean, we're trying information based on number of employees. You're asking for premium and to get the information from the insurance company. But if we gave you a census, would you be able to still do that without you having?
Well,
What you're requesting is to be able to go to the insurance company and negotiate something else.
I write for you here. We got a ton of business. I don't know nothing about loans, okay? We do business with other carriers. I'm gonna bag up just for a minute and make a statement to other three cities. Every account that we have that was January 1st, we done renewed them. We ain't waiting till the last minute. We have renewed every last one. We already know what's gonna happen January 1st. You said y'all just renewed about a week or so ago. October.
Yeah,
Whatever it is, when you get your renewal, it was 75 days. Listen to me. 75 days before your plan renewed, it's in our hand. We're supposed to submit it to you within that first 15 days to 75 days. They give you 60 days to do it. They give you 60 days to put your cafeteria in place. They give you 60 days for the employees to review what they're paying for. So we as agents, we don't mean anything. You sign a contract with an agent, you can sign a contract with a company, for the company to do whatever you want them to do. And that's with me or any other one. You can drop us as fast as you. They don't even stop saying it. That's the truth. They can make sure. I don't have nothing. You know, you know what I do the job.
Alderman, did you?
Yeah, I did. I don't know if Alderman Esco had his hand up, you put it before me, but anyway, so, but look, even with the way the language is, stated on the, agenda, it's still, one word sticks out, which is a subject matter, and it's almost as if we know that the premiums will be compared. Nothing else, nothing being signed, no contract being breached, any of that information is included in this particular statement. But the one thing that you said on yesterday, and you said on yesterday, that it is public information. So if he wants to circumvent this, and this question is to Attorney Banks, would he be exempt from filing a Freedom of Information Act request?
I mean, let me just say this, when I got approached with it, my thing is to first always say, if you want some information, either do it through the open records request or request.
Okay.
Anything that's not privileged or subject to disclosure pursuant to the public records, keep it up. It's public record, but you have to look and see if an exception applies or see if there's anything you need to have redacted. I didn't know anything about this, I just heard about it on Friday, so I don't know what they actually requested. And I haven't seen the document of what they are requested, so I don't know.
So if a request of that nature comes through, we'll look at, I mean, I'm quite sure you'll look at it, the clerk will look at it, and if it's sensitive information, it can be redacted. I heard that term earlier. So yeah, that's what I'm asking. The language on the agenda doesn't say that any contract will be breached or will be signing over the rights of anybody. And so with that, at that particular point, I mean, we are the stewards of the financial process in the city, and we should always be looking for what's good for the dollar in the city.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for Alderman Taylor to finish.
But Fred, you may get at it, so go ahead, Al.
Well, let me say this.
Uh-huh.
So then there is Alderman Taylor, Alderman Wells, and Alderwoman Gilby. And so what I don't understand as the mayor is why is this so complicated? It's real simple. This is not an issue of trust, mistrust, distrust, apologizing to the present brokers. This is an issue in which you have all of these services, such as dental and vision and disability and home health through telemedicine, all under one umbrella. That they're offering us at no additional cost. So I've seen people here who try to sell Aflac for all of our folks, and that's an additional cost to the employee. There are some, hold on a second, Dr. Anderson. There are some additional costs that our employees are now paying that would have to pay under this plan. So to release benefits and premiums does not mean that this board is gonna vote to transition over to another broker.
Right.
But it only means that if we can be educated and our eyes can be open and there's a better plan, not for us, but for our employees, then it is something that we perhaps might want to consider. The employees getting the best benefit and the best buck for the taxpayer's dollar. And so it's really so simple. I don't understand the kickback, but it's really so simple. Premiums is nothing but what a municipality is that on the claim docket? Dr. Anderson? It's on the claim docket, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
asking.
premium is on the claim docket.
yeah, the
No,
Yeah.
because it goes through, no, because it goes through, HR and payroll, so.
So we don't put, no. The amount of money that the city of Canton pays on a monthly basis is not on the claim
I
docket.
never seen
Not for insurance.
Yeah.
Not for insurance.
Because some of them are not, some of them are drafted for payroll.
right, this is employee,
It's employees. that pay.
Because employees are paying out
a portion.
Yes,
a portion for a certain kind of insurance.
correct.
Okay, well, it is not of any importance as to what employees are paying out. What are we paying out? What's the city paying out?
Cause we're doing the eight.
Because the employees may be paying for glasses, they may be paying for medical service A, B, or C. What are we paying out for our employees?
100% health insurance.
100% health insurance, and there's a dollar value to it
And we pay.
Right.
that we
We
pay.
already pay for it.
Huh?
The city pays 100%
Yeah,
medical.
right, that's right.
Then anybody that chooses to get dental and vision or
Right.
family coverage
Right.
pays that part.
That's an additional cost.
That's an additional cost.
Right.
What he's saying is,
And Mary,
under
also-
his plan, it's not an additional cost.
But you mentioned Aflac, nobody brought up, Global Life, because they're always at the open enrollment. And I never understood their purpose if we're going with a certain carrier. So you're absolutely right, the additional, monies out of pocket, should be looked at wholeheartedly.
Yes, sir.
See, these other companies, they come in and they ask to see I talk to our employees and we give them permission and
Right.
and they add it to the payroll.
Right.
You know, once they have permission, they talk to employees and they buy insurance policy. And it is payroll deducted. And so this company here is saying that they'll provide all of it.
It'll come on one.
Right.
Yeah.
All under one
But
umbrella.
that means that those clients would have to drop their insurance policy with that Columbus.
Yeah.
Do they wanna save money?
Yeah,
So not with them.
but we're not even there yet.
But-
We're not there yet. We're just
I
talking about,
understand, we're just talking about the overall.
I'm saying,
Process now, you know.
what I'm saying is, we're still putting the cart before the horse, cause all he's asking about is comparing the
Well,
numbers.
my saying is that, first of all, they haven't put it in writing, it's not specific as to what's requested. It was on the agenda here today, saying authorize approved payment. I mean,
Pretty much says that to receive rumors and,
Yeah.
United Healthcare premiums. That's what I'm just, I don't.
But they specify,
and I think they need to put it in writing.
but they specify one thing that they want. But overall, I understand where you're coming from, but they specified one thing. And, you know, if they can go, even if we deny it, they can file that for you,
And
request.
they may have to, but the thing is that they need to be more specific, and I wanna know if they put it in writing, and we'll take it, it'll become the proper channel,
Okay.
and it'll be on the agenda, and we can either vote it up or turn it down, but right now, that's not the case.
Well, let me ask this question, who's next? Alderman, second, I want no argument here. It takes strong stones and ask why. Was it Alderman Wells or was it Alderman Gilpin?
They can be courteous.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Go ahead.
I just wanted to share with the board that I've had this Florida before. They did work with G.A. Carmichael for years. And I know no problems that we ever had with them. I know they did our bridge program, which was excellent. We had at one point $7,500 deductibles, and it was brought down to a minimum to where people could really afford it because they did do the bridge. I also had a cancer policy with them. That I had a accident policy with them before, and I promise you, we never. I can attest that we had never had any issues with them. So I'm speaking as a consumer.
Yeah.
You know that I can validate what kind of service, and I'm talking about this being ruled. I don't say it. Yeah, but I mean.
You're 30 now.
Okay, yeah, I'm still holding on to 20.
Let me close this meeting for you all.
Alright.
The Lord has blessed me. I have $57 million of business on the book. If it's gonna cause confusion, I want this account.
It's not causing confusion.
Let me finish up.
No.
You got to get on the same page as the employees.
Yeah.
Forget me. Forget every agent, every broker company. If the city don't get on the same page, can anybody tell me the benefits they got in details?
The benefits we have.
Yeah, do you know the benefits you get in details? Do you understand mercy room, doctor fees, outpatient, all those things? Can anybody do it? I'm just trying to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
anybody over
yeah.
65 years of age?
I'm over 65.
I'm over 65.
So it's free.
We cannot make a decision based on us. I know you know 65. But what I'm saying is when we're making our decision, we are already got some type of coverage.
Yeah.
So, if no matter what broker come up here, his heart needs to be in the right place, and that's with the lowest paid employee out here. I wasn't getting upset with you a minute ago, but I've been in meetings, and I'm the only person here, and they said, let me investigate you. That backfired on some folks. I don't do everything, God.
You said what now?
I've been in meetings where I overpowered the meeting, my product was better, my number was better. The first thing they said, let's investigate.
They said, let's
Go ahead. But you can information when you investigate everybody?
Yeah, look at what he's on.
But look, if we'll go home, you all keep doing what you want to do. If you decide you want us to come back, that's okay. We're not in the business of calling corrupt or having you all disagree with all of us.
Or you don't need to file.
No. Let me say hi.
And see, he can give a very good recommendation.
Everybody give us good.
And I would not lie about it.
Yes, I talked to her last night,
Yeah.
and she gave a very good recommendation. I wasn't gonna say that because I knew she was the author of the statements, but she did. She gave a very good recommendation. She went back down the timeline, to state who, what, when, where, and how. And, you know, when all those things are satisfied, you wanna look at it. But again, we're not asking to breach a contract. You're not asking to breach a contract. You're just asking to compare what's going out. So if there's a savings for us coming in, you know, I'd be more than glad to see it. I'd love to see it. But Alnesco is the guru at the table. And, you know, and I listen to him. But on this particular matter, based on the language, I'm okay with the language, because the subject matter is specified, premium. It said anything else about a contract, breaching a contract, or anything like that. So, as we go forward, I hope that we can come to an understanding, and if the language needs to be changed, just to get an idea of getting the best bang for the buck, you know, I think we should all be on board with that. To some degree.
If your parent broker already got this account, he see everything in it, right?
Yeah.
How could this guy come up and bid on it, he under capacity?
Right.
So what I'm just saying is, you know, let's not make this
That's not.
yeah, you know, but one thing you remember, if you never see me again, you hold all the guns. We just brokers. So that's what we do. You can follow us as fast as you are. And that don't sound right coming from an insurance brother. But what I'm just saying is that it's not us. It's the people who work out in the garbage truck who can't afford to pay the extra money for this and that. We try to compile those benefits where they can have it all. She's right, Jay Carmack. I'll tell you something else too. It was a count that we had this brief plan, lost the health insurance. Our brief plan paid for 3 months leading up. That's how bad it is. You just don't see it, because when I first came out with it, everybody thought I was crazy. They tried me from every way, but now they wish they had. That bridge plan is not mine. Once we build it, it belongs to the city of Canton, not us. So
Go ahead.
let's just pass it up and keep moving to the next year.
Yeah,
I don't want to do this.
no, Mr. Ford did a great presentation. My question was just with the word and what's on this paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not what you, I would love to see what your numbers are.
Yeah.
But let me say this.
But I think the attorney needs to tell us how to word this, so it'll be.
I need to say something before the attorney words.
What would be a better word?
I don't know, that's
I
why.
would just say subject to any redactions or exclusions under the Public Records Act.
Okay,
All right, add that to the motion.
Hey, before she make a
We
motion,
got it.
we
you need to understand what you're doing though. Okay.
We just
You
change
make a motion for me to look at the plan. That means I'm gonna rebuild a plan to offer to you.
and present.
And present it to you. I'm telling you right now in this room, I don't want to present you to a 73rd plan, but it was not work. Did you have an issue with somebody else's issue? Another carrier? Right? Where did it go?
no, it's
It's the same.
No,
We have a different carrier.
brokers is just people who collect.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But you have another plan, and that is another carrier.
Right, yeah.
We don't.
You had Angel.
Yeah.
And,
The year before that,
Like
you had
Signal.
You have a different.
yeah, we had a table.
what I'm telling you,
We did.
what I'm telling you,
Yeah.
how many plans y'all had continued?
So
I'm trying to play.
So I've been here 3 years and I had 3 plans.
Yeah, that's right.
So, what I'm saying to you, let me talk to you, let me talk to you, should have got What I'm saying to you, if I come here just to compare apples to apples and don't get a better plan in the city, you don't need to hear it. You got the same problem you had.
We turn it down.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Well, let's get the wording right.
Yeah.
That's important.
That was all you
You know what,
did.
hey, look, let me fix that word.
So,
She said seven two.
Because it's,
I just said subject to
It's
exclusions
not right.
under the Public Records Act and only redactions necessary.
Subject to what now?
Any exclusions under the Public Records Act and or any redactions necessary.
what's the
Any
name?
exclusion.
I think maybe it should say
Public
State
works.
Records Act, not records. I see what you said. That's
Yeah,
not
you said
records.
everything.
I'm like, whole plan.
Let's go with that.
Y'all need to be quiet. This is the first thing.
But to be honest, that's how we work.
And exclusion of public record now.
The word is still there to receive the premiums. I had the word wrong, so I should word it as copies of Loomis and United Health statements or bills.
Statement for bills.
Statements or
Yeah,
bills.
so you
made-
right, man, I was saying.
That's fine.
If someone bids on this account, you gotta give them everything you got.
Yeah.
Every plan that's in here gotta be submitted to them. If they can't bid on it,
Right.
they don't know what
It
they're
won't
bidding
be
on.
apples to apples.
So, I never had a problem.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Y'all let Ms. Banks speak, please.
Right.
She says, subject to any exclusion of the Public Records Act
And are any redactions necessary?
and any redaction any redaction necessary. All right, that's it. Any other motion?
What statute you talking about too? I swear I'm not seeing it. Mr. Floyd.
Look, that's just what it makes you.
No.
I tell you what, I'll work as a person that's providing you all information for your next year, free.
No, we wanna get this out of the way.
That's a good deal, free.
I'm gonna go to the medical subsidy in this.
You know-
You're all right, we got it straight.
For me to deal with this county, you gotta do like you do with everybody else. You gotta provide us the billing that you pay for everybody and the benefits. That's what we need. And then we're gonna look at it and see if we compare, we can make it better. We can't make it
All
better.
right, then that's it.
But you always be saying, any broker can get ready.
Right, I understand. So this is the motion I'm gonna tell.
All right.
Consider, she can read it.
Okay.
Consider and approve providing Nick Floyd copies of Loomis and United Care statements and bills subject to any exclusions under the Public Records Act and/or any redactions necessary.
All right, let's get my
You
motion.
put benefits in there, a copy of
Yeah,
benefits and
and
bring.
copy.
That's take all of it. Just a copy of it. City of
Copy
Canton,
of the
benefits
city.
and bring.
Right, that's
Then
right.
let's see what you do.
So I guess if we reread that statement, we need to be more particular about how we say it. We say Nick Floyd, maybe we put Nick Floyd in the social. Otherwise, it's another argument. Yeah, Nick Floyd in the social.
All right, raise your hand out there.
Consider and approve providing Nick Floyd and Associates copies of Loomis and United Healthcare benefits and premiums subject to any exclusions under the Public Records Act and/or any redactions necessary.
Now, that's my motion.
All in favor?
Second,
I'll say, okay.
All in favor?
Jerry, I.
Well,
Tim Taylor,
That's right.
let's go.
Finn, all in favor? Motion carried. What's next?
Thank you all very much. Nice seeing you again.
I see you again as well. Thank
I
you.
see may negotiate or secure all.
All right. Mayor, before we go forward, I'd just like to make an announcement. I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. That's something. You're married? Oh, no, I can't. I was I'm going over to Mount Zion to the Fort Worth.
Oh, man, I got to go too.
Yeah, because, normally when none of us show up, we criticize.
All right, man,
So I'm So if they get out in time, I'll be back. I know y'all hope I don't come back, but 6 o'clock. And the young lady,
7 o'clock.
yeah. And
Oh, man.
the young lady from Canton who's leading the Southern Poverty.
Oh, yeah, we need to go over there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get on
Speed
there.
it up, man.
Okay, give me 10, 11, 12, and 13,
What's her name? Joaquin. that's it.
14, and 15. Dr. Anderson.
Authorize the drafting of a proposal for the vehicular maintenance center for the city of Canton, that's number 10. Number 11, authorize and approve reimbursing Dr. Hines $160.50 toward a vehicle at the Canton Flea Market. Number 12, authorize and approve policy description for the city of Canton salary wage review process. Number 13, authorize and approve policy description for the city of Canton salary and wage overview increase for first responders. That is 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Do I have a second?
I'd like to second it with the unreadiness, just the thing that we should hear from Chief Brown regarding Dr. Hines.
I reworded that when I talked to Chief Brown, but the clerk we didn't get a chance to put it in the agenda like that, emailed it to us.
that's my motion too.
Okay.
I have an authorizing approval considering the claim on Dr. Hines, because Chief Brown said she was fussing and complaining, so she actually did make a claim. And what he told me was the result of an officer who erroneously called for the tow company, and then Dr. Hines was outside the tow area of the Canton Flea Market. So if it's an error on our part, if she's making a claim, then it will follow that she's making a claim was an error on our part.
Well, why would we, with all due respect, why would we make a claim when we know it was wrongfully done?
Why wouldn't it? We didn't make the claim, she did.
So she made the claim.
Dr. Hines did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not us. She did.
It's not the claim to the insurance company, she's just requesting reimbursement. That's what we mean by that claim. She's just requesting reimbursement, so that's what she means by claim.
I understand, yeah, but, you know, my misunderstanding was, I was saying, we would make the claim.
Oh, no.
I got you, okay, yeah, okay.
It was just that,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, it was just that, Dr. Hines had parked down 4th Street here, and she was outside of where we place our banners at, or, not banners, but no parking signs, saying that you can't park in this area, and she was outside of that to come here to pick up a young lady, and then head back, and we had got the car towed, the record had called, police officer had called for record. We got the car towed, and even though she paid and everything, but she was highly upset because we had a car pool outside of the, no parking zone area. You know, the street is public, it wasn't in the street, it was in front of someone's house, but it wasn't in violation at all. The car was,
It wasn't in violation.
no, sir.
Yeah, he said, our officer erroneously called the tow company, that's what he told me, the tow company erroneously called, they were outside the tow office, she should be called.
Yeah.
And they told her, now I provided y'all with a copy of the receipt that she went to Delta and paid.
Y'all need to talk faster.
Paid to y'all yesterday.
I'm trying to get over my line.
And I want to tell y'all, when y'all was reading along, that y'all forgot about the South Liberty Walk, y'all passed out by it.
We'll take care of it.
7-8, yeah, we should.
We'll take care of it Thursday.
No, we're gonna take care of it today.
Okay.
It's 7-8, yeah.
And y'all also,
Yeah.
and then y'all also passed the, 7A, what's it, 7D?
The grass cut.
About the grass cut.
Give me a motion, give me a bundle of motion.
Okay, you got a motion, you just have to hear it.
No, we had already, okay, so
That was unread.
Right.
the clerk has not received the wording of that item 11.
She got it.
Okay.
I emailed it to her right before the board, she didn't get it to enough to print it out on y'all's agenda. I
Okay.
changed the wording based on my conversation with Chief.
Okay.
But I did email it to her, but she didn't get it in time to change the agenda. I see.
And we are, in addition to my unreadiness, is it, appropriate when we make a mistake of that nature, it will make us, I hope it'll make us look good, that we get that, the complainant gets a letter from the mayor apologizing for what took place. Can we do that? Yeah, I think that would be
Yeah,
good.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Write a letter to kind of
And make sure you tell Dr. Hines that was my idea, so.
You want to carry the motion, man?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Some type of,
So y'all can,
a bundle, yeah.
That's 10 through 13.
That's all right.
so y'all have any issues with the policies?
I'm just waiting, cause I didn't read the policy.
I read the policy. The station, salary wage.
Oh, yeah.
You always amend the policy.
You can.
Yeah, I read it.
That's it, move on.
I read it, no.
Okay. Well, Doc.
What was the vote, Dr. Anderson?
Waiting on,
Who? That motion passed.
What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So what's wrong with the 10 through what now?
13.
Get the first cancer walk and the,
Okay, what's next?
Need the breast cancer walk.
14 and 15.
Oh, you can rush down the wall. You can run to that.
Right, we're supposed to go back and get that.
Just give me a motion.
and the grass cutting. I'm motion that we, permit Saturday to have the 5K grass cutting walk.
I'll second the motion.
She's gonna run it, I thought.
Oh, you want to?
And the grass cutting, so now grass cutting to take place on property that has been deemed,
There you go, unfit, a nuisance.
a nuisance.
There you go. All right, give me a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
What are we doing? I'm sorry, I missed it. Sorry,
The breast cancer wall
okay.
and allow the cutting of grass on property that has been deemed a nuisance.
Is it pursuant to that ordinance that we,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
The nuisance.
Who did the second? All in favor?
But we need the same time.
Yeah, open, I yield to the,
All in favor?
A's before B.
Right.
Every aye.
Tim Taylor, aye.
Motion carried. The consent agenda?
No, you got it.
You got what?
Alright, number 14, authorize and approve resolution combining public works and parks and rec and establishing a sanitation department. And number 15, authorize and approve the purchase of block safety cameras for the city of Canton in the amount of $43,900 from block safety. You got any quotes on that? You got any quotes on that? You got any quotes on that?
No, I do not, I just had one.
Is it a single source item? It's like you can only get it from this particular?
I mean, I can get another company, but that's what I need to do.
Looking at the stats, you can get it for over, this is what, 43,000?
This was 6 camera cheap. 6.
It's the
Well, you know.
cameras, it's the cameras. Are you buying the cameras or the service? It's both.
No, the cameras,
The cameras, so you buying the cameras, so that's a
But
commodity.
then it,
the service, all of it is in the contract.
The service comes with it.
Yes.
Oh, the service comes with it?
I gave the whole,
It's in there.
everything.
I found mine.
So, you found it?
Yes, sir.
You gonna sign?
You pay for the year one, right?
Yes, I paid for a year front and then,
Oh, okay, that's it. It's right.
Yeah, if it's 5,000, 75,000, you have to get two competitive bids.
okay.
So even though it's a service, if you have to do the bid, even the commodity parts, see, that's why when you see the AC contract, I asked about what is the commodity part, but sometimes the commodity part can be equivalent to that $5,000 threshold. And if it is, it goes that you got to get two competitive bids.
No problem.
All right.
I can know. From another company?
All right, Dr. Anderson.
Sorry, so.
Okay, 14.
And remove the table 15, just 14.
What's 14, huh?
The resolution to combine
Oh, yeah.
public works, parks and rec into establish a sanitation department.
Do we have a motion?
Motion.
I'll second it with an unreadiness.
Other than readiness by, Alderman Taylor.
And I think it's a dynamic thing what we're doing with the merging of Parks and Rec and Public Works. But with an established process, I'm asking the board and the mayor, should there be some type of organizational chart documenting, as we go forward? So therefore we know what responsibilities are, whose responsibilities, and who falls under whom. I'm quite sure Mr. Davis will be, maintain his status as director. So we gotta ask the question, where does, Tony Culper and, Ms. Dina Reeves fall into that organizational chart?
I think that, I'm sorry, we made them co-director.
Yeah, I had them both as like deputy directors. I had it highlighted y'all decide, but I kind of thought about, okay, fairness, and then retain their power positions that they had. That Mr. Cole would be like the deputy director under that department, and then Mr. Davis would also be the deputy director under that division. So that would be like the head,
One will kind of be on the parks, on the public works side, the other will be on the parks and rec side with Mr. Davis.
Okay,
So you
my
can guide
records.
them, but they're still gonna have a director's position.
And then, of course, Mr. Cofer has more of an interest in the trucks,
Right.
garbage trucks and stuff.
So I'm wondering, should that be documented? That's all I'm asking.
Yes,
Well, I
yeah.
think you're absolutely right, we ought to be able to
To
create
say who's in the sanitation department.
policy,
Right.
procedures and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's it. So that
That we
will,
can
And
develop
who
that.
follows upon them?
right, that's what I'm asking.
Yes,
So that's what my records
yeah,
is.
you gotta do that.
And for right now, all in favor?
That's all right.
Well,
Some favor.
Then,
Motion carried.
It's
No,
What?
I'm
Guilty?
She just shown with a smile.
Okay, she said yay.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
who's in the room?
Give me a motion on the consent agenda.
I do have one thing, I would.
On the consent agenda?
If we can remove, I'm asking that we remove item number 28, I need. to-
28?
Yes, I need to research this, because now that I look at the bill in detail, these are several different invoices on one bill.
and which one?
Number 28, I need to research and see if
Alright.
if we've already paid these.
Okay.
And you can vote for it except for item 28.
Correct, please.
Well, check, because Mr. Copeland sent a note, he says the $7,000 plus is for the rent, of the backhoe.
Okay.
Well, we can look into it.
Okay,
We can vote except for 28.
okay, no research.
All right, give me a motion.
Hold tight again.
Afternoon, though.
Let's see.
Me and Greg got to He said I can't
I
eat
got a
it.
question. Susan Riddell, is she related to
Right.
Robert Riddell?
Robert.
She's Robert's sister-in-law.
Oh, that's not his wife. Which one was the former budget?
I tell you this, I'm not sure, and Joe Lynn might know the answer, I don't know which Susan it is,
Oh,
but they're both Susan, but I'm thinking this is Frazier's wife,
okay.
or is it,
The guitar.
do you know?
The man that, by the track.
Robert Frazier's wife is both Susan.
Oh, really? Which one of them is the budget?
That's Robert's.
That's wrong, okay.
All right. So, what is the point here? I thought we were voting for this except for item 28.
Anytime, that's a 17 bill.
Section.
What do y'all think? How many sidebars I got here?
A lot.
All right.
Taylor doesn't sit down by me, he's hanging out.
Did we go?
I-
We hadn't voted on this.
I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing Trump said. I just need 11,000 votes.
Okay.
So I'm saying I just need y'all to vote on everything except item 28.
Motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Some Taylor.
That's all right.
Well,
Yes, yeah.
Motion carried.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, what about the, executive session?
Yeah. executive session.
That, we gotta get on out of here.
You gonna do this one?
That's why you say thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
that's right, thank you, thank you.
The threat is not even said. I can call a special meeting Thursday.
Okay,
No.
It's a little bit, it's something that we, so, I mean, will it take a lot of time? Yeah, 'cause I don't.
What I'm saying that I need to introduce to the board.
Well, that's what we need to make